Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Financial Wisdom. Financial comparison between America and India. Hello friends, in today's video, we will be diving into a very interesting topic, a comparison of the financial aspects between two major countries, America and India. We'll explore their economies, financial conditions, and what sets these two nations apart. Make sure that still financial comparison between America and India. Hello friends, in today's video we'll be diving into a very interesting topic, a comparison of the financial aspects between two major countries, America and India. We'll explore their economies, financial conditions and what sets these two nations apart. Make sure to stay till the end for some key insights. We'll speak about GDP and economic growth. America is the world's largest economy with a nominal GDP of over $25 trillion. It has a highly diversified economy with major contributions from sectors like technology, healthcare, finance, and manufacturing. Coming to India, India on the other hand has a nominal GDP of around 3.7 trillion, making it the fifth largest economy in the world. India's economy is primarily driven by the agriculture, IT services, and manufacturing sectors. In recent years, the startup ecosystem has also played a big role. India's growth rate is higher than America's, ranging from 5 to 7% annually, making it one of the fastest growing economies. India is still in a development phase with challenges like poverty, unemployment, and inequality. But the financial sectors has been evolving with digitalization, mobile banking, and fintech growth. We'll speak about income and living standards. Coming to America, the average annual income in the United States is around $70,000, a high standard of living ensured with access to quality healthcare, education, and infrastructure. However, income inequality is significant with a large gap between the richest and poorest. The US has a strong social security system, but many people still faces financial challenges like high healthcare costs and student loans. Coming to India, the average annual salary, the average annual income in India is around 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees, approximately dollars 2,500. While India has seen improvements in living standards, a large portion of the population still lives in poverty. Access to a healthcare, quality education, and infrastructure is improving, but the challenges remain, especially in the rural areas. The government has introduced schemes like PM Awas Yojana, Ayushman Bharat, and Digital India to enhance the quality of life for the citizens. So we'll speak about stock markets and investments. Coming to America, the US stock markets such as the New York Stock Exchange, and Nasdaq are the largest in the world. These markets attract global investors with major indices like the S&P 500 and Dow Jones being key indicators of financial health. Mutual funds, ETFs, and pension funds are widely used investment vehicles in US. The US government has a robust regulatory framework for financial markets governed by the bodies like the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission. So India has two main exchanges, Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. So BSE and NSE in short form it will be called as. While smaller than the US market, India's stock markets have been growing especially with the rise of retail investors. Systematic investment plan, in short form it is called as SIP, in mutual funds have become more popular among Indians for long-term wealth building. The Securities and Exchange Board of India, it will be called as SEBI, regulates the stock market, ensuring transparency and protecting investors. Coming to banking and financial system. So, America has a highly developed banking systems with both private and public institutions like Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, and Citibank playing a key role. The Federal Reserve controls monetary policy, influencing interest rates, inflation, and overall economic stability. Americans have access to a wide range of financial products and services, from loans to credit card investment accounts and insurance. So, India's banking system is a mix of public and private sector banks, with the State Bank of India being the largest public sector bank. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) manages monetary policy and controls inflation and liquidity in the market. India has witnessed boom in digital banking with services like UPI, Unified Payments Interface, and mobile wallets realizing transactions. However, financial inclusion remains a challenge with many rural areas still underbanked. Taxation and government spending. The US has a progressive tax system where income tax rates increase with higher earnings. The corporate tax rate is around 21%. The government spends heavily on defense, healthcare, education, and social security programs. The national debt is a concern for the US, with the country owing over $30 trillion due to the years of budget deficits and massive government spending. India also follows a progressive tax system. However, tax evasion and the informal economy are challenges. The Goods and Services Tax (GST) is introduced in the year 2017, streamlined indirect taxation. Government spending in India focuses on infrastructure, healthcare, education, and welfare schemes for poverty reduction. India's debt to GDP ratio is lower than US. Financial inclusion and digitalization. Coming to America, the financial inclusion is high in America, with most of the population having access to the banking services, loans, and credit. Digital payment like PayPal, Venmo, and credit cards are widely used. The rise of fintech companies like Square and Robinhood has further revolutionization access to financial markets and services. India, the financial inclusion has been a priority for India, especially with schemes like Jan Dhan Yojana, which brought millions of people into the banking system. UPI, Aadhaar linked banking, and mobile wallets like Paytm have made financial services more accessible even in rural areas. The digital economy is expanding with cashless transactions becoming more popular. We'll speak about inflation and interest rates. The US has generally low inflation with a target of around 2% annually, managed by the Federal Reserve. However, inflation can spike due to global crisis like 2021-22 inflation surge caused by supply chain disruption and stimulus packages during COVID-19. Interest rates, the Federal Reserve controls interest rates to maintain economic stability. Rates are usually adjusted to keep inflation in check and promote employment. So India's inflation is higher than in the US, typically ranging from 4 to 6%. India's inflation is driven by factors like food prices, fuel, supply chain issues. The Reserve Bank of India has an inflation target of 4% with a band of plus or minus 2%. Interest rates, the RBI uses the repo rate to control inflation and stimulate growth. In times of high inflation, the RBI raises interest rates, and during slow economic periods, it reduces them. Impact on economy. India faces challenges like inflationary pressure on essential goods, but lower interest rates can boost investment, particularly in infrastructure and startups. So we'll speak about currency exchange and trade. So coming to currency, the US dollar is the world reserve currency, which gives America a significant advantage in international trade. Most global transactions, including oil and commodities, are settled in dollars. The US is a major player in international trade, importing goods from around the world and exporting high value products like aircraft technology and pharmaceuticals. Trade deficit. The US typically runs a trade deficit, importing more than it exports, while this shows America a high consumption power. It also raises concern about dependency on foreign goods, especially from countries like China. Coming to currency part for India, the Indian rupee INR is not as strong globally but has shown relative stability. The rupee is often subject to fluctuations due to changes in oil prices and global economic conditions. So India is one of the world's largest importers of good oil, but also exports services, particularly in IT, textiles, and pharmaceuticals. India's service exports are crucial to its economy, bringing in significant foreign exchange. Regarding trade balance, India often runs a trade deficit due to the high imports of oil and electronics. However, its service exports, particularly in IT, helps balance the deficit to some extent. Financial challenges and future outlook. America faces challenges such as income inequality, a growing national debt, and rising healthcare and educational costs. These issues could hinder long term economic stability if not addressed. Future outlook. However, America's dominance in technology, innovation, and global finance ensures that it will remain a key player in the world economy. The country's ability to attract global talent combined with strong financial markets provides a solid foundation for future growth. India's financial challenges includes poverty, unemployment, infrastructure gaps, and a reliance on imports like oil. Additionally, corruption and bureaucracy can hamper economic progress. So, future outlook, despite these challenges, India's young population, growing middle class, and focus on innovation provide optimism for future. India's digital revolution, economic reforms, and efforts to increase foreign direct investments, in short form, it will be called as FDI, will likely drive future growth. To wrap up, it's clear that both the US and India have their own strengths and challenges when it comes to financial and economic aspects. America leads in technological advancement, global trade, and financial markets. Meanwhile, India is making rapid progress with its focus on digitalization, startup growth, and infrastructure development. Both America and India have unique financial systems with their own strengths and challenges. While America's economy is more developed and has greater financial resources, India is growing rapidly and is making strides in financial inclusion, digitalization, and overall economic development. As global economists, both countries play crucial roles in shaping the future of finance. So, what do you think about the financial comparison between these two games? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more videos on finance, investment, and economic insights. Until next time, take care and keep growing your financial knowledge. Bye bye.